Continuous improvement can sound huge. Lean, Six Sigma, Kaizen, PDCA, diagram, statistics, Japanese words. For a lot of small business owners, it feels like that's great. For big companies, I just need a few practical tools I can actually use. So that's what we're doing today. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 simple continuous improvement tools that don't require software, don't require certification, and can make a real difference in a small or mid-sized business. By the end, you'll know what each tool is, when to use it, and how to keep it simple so you're not adding complexity, you're removing it. Let's jump in. Simple process map. Tool number 1 is a simple process map. If you can't see your process, you can't improve it. A process map is just the steps from point A to point B written or drawn in order. You can use it for your sales pipeline, your order to cash flow, your onboarding, your support process. How to do it, light version, grab a whiteboard or paper. At the top, write the process name like from new lead to paying client or from customer order to payment. Then list 5 to 10 main steps left to right. 1, how it starts, trigger. 2, the key middle steps, handoffs, checks, major actions. 3, how it ends, customer gets value, you get paid. Don't overthink it. You can refine later why it works. Everyone sees the same flow instead of their own mental version. Bottlenecks and weird loops jump out. It becomes easier to ask, where exactly does this break? Where do we lose time or customers? You'll use this map as the canvas for the rest of your tools. Tool 2, 5 whys, finding root cause. Most teams stop at the first explanation. We're late because people are careless. Sales are low because the market is bad. We made a mistake because someone wasn't paying attention. That's not root cause, that's blame. 5 whys is simple. Start with the problem. Ask why. Whatever answer you get, ask why again. Repeat until you land on something you can actually change. Example, problem. We often deliver projects late. Why? Because we underestimate how long they'll take. Why do we underestimate? Because we don't have real data, we just guess. Why don't we have real data? Because we never track actual time per task. Why don't we track time? Because we don't have a simple way to record it. Now, the root cause is lack of a simple time tracking method in history, not people are lazy. How to keep it practical. Use 5 whys on one specific problem at a time. Write each why on your process map next to the step where it happens. Stop when the answer points to a process, system, or behavior you can change. This keeps you focused on fixing systems, not just symptoms. PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, act. Tool number 3, the PDCA cycle. This is the core improvement loop behind most CI methods. Plan, do, check, act. You're probably doing pieces of this already. PDCA just makes it explicit. How it works. 1, plan, define the problem. Set a goal. Decide on a small change to test. Decide how you'll measure success. 2, do, run the test on a small scale. Keep notes on what actually happens. 3, check, compare results to what you expected. What improved, what didn't. 4, act. If it worked, standardize it. If it partly worked, tweak and test again. If it didn't work, learn and try a different idea. Example, plan. We'll add a 3-step follow-up sequence for proposals. We expect close rate to rise from 20% to 28% in 8 weeks. Do, implement with all new proposals. Check, review data after 8 weeks. Act, if close rate improved, make it your standard. If not, adjust the sequence. PDCA keeps you from making big permanent decisions based on guesses. It turns improvement into a series of small, safe experiments. Tool 4, visual management KPI board, your KPI scoreboard. You can't manage what you never see. A visual board makes performance visible to you and your team. What it is. A board, whiteboard, wall, TV screen, or simple chart that shows a handful of key metrics, current values versus targets, maybe a few trends over time. How to set it up, pick 3 to 7 metrics that actually matter for your current focus, such as Sales, leads, conversion rate, revenue, operations, lead time, on time delivery, rework rate, customers, complaints, satisfaction score, churn, finance, cash balance, margin. For each metric, show target, e.g., close rate 30%, current value, e.g., this month 22%. Simple color, green on track, yellow warning, red off track if you like. Update weekly or monthly, whatever fits your pace. How to use it. Bring this board into your weekly huddles. Ask, what's moving in the right direction? What's slipping? Which metric do we want to improve next and how? This turns abstract, we need to do better talk into concrete conversations around specific numbers. Standard work, checklists, and templates. Tool number 5. Standard work, checklists, scripts, and templates, without standards. Every person does it their own way. Quality varies. Training new people is painful, and improvements don't stick. Standard work is the best known way to do a task today, documented clearly and then actually used. How to create it. When a new way of working proves itself through PDCA, ask, what exactly did we do differently? What are the key steps or points we can't miss? Then capture it in a very simple format. For a repeated task, a checklist. For a conversation, a script or outline. For a process, a short SOP or flowchart. Keep it as short as possible, easy to find, easy to update. Example, a sales call script with key questions and flow. An onboarding checklist for every new client. A pre-shipment checklist to reduce errors. Standard work protects your improvements from sliding backward when people get busy or new hires join. Tool number 6, a Kanban board to manage work in progress, WIP. When too many tasks are half done, people keep starting new things without finishing old ones. Everything feels in progress, but nothing gets completed. You don't have a productivity problem, you have a flow problem. Kanban makes the flow of work visible and limits how much is in flight. Simple setup, create columns like to do, in progress, waiting on client on other team, done right tasks or jobs on sticky notes or cards and move them across as they progress. Add WIP limits. Set a maximum number of items allowed in progress. For example, no more than 3 jobs in progress per person, or no more than 10 open jobs in the in progress column overall. If you hit the limit, nobody starts new work. Everyone focuses on finishing what's already started. Why it helps. Reduces multitasking and context switching. Highlights where things get stuck. You'll see cards piling up and waiting. Makes it easier to discuss current load in huddles. This is powerful for project teams, creative agency work, internal improvement projects, support queues. Tool 7, improvement log, capturing ideas and experiments. In many businesses, people have good ideas. Someone says, that's great, we should do that, and then it disappears into the void. An improvement log is a simple place where ideas, problems, and experiments are captured, decisions are tracked, and wins are documented. Basic structure. This can be a shared spreadsheet, a Notion board, Trello, or a physical board. Columns might be idea and problem, owner, status, backlog testing implemented dropped, metric or expected benefit, notes and result, how to use it. During huddles, add new problems and ideas to the log. Pick 1 to 3 items to move into testing each week or month. When a test is done, log the result. What did we try? What happened? What did we decide? Over time, this becomes your memory of what you've tried, a library of case studies, and proof that continuous improvement is actually happening. It also keeps you from testing the same ideas repeatedly because nobody remembers the last attempt. Putting the 7 tools together. Let's recap the 7 tools and how they fit. 1, simple process map to see the work. 2, 5 whys to find root causes. 3, PDCA cycle to run small, safe experiments. 4, visual management KPI board, see how you're doing. 5, standard work to lock in what works. 6. Kanban board to manage flow and limit work in progress. 7. Improvement log to capture ideas, track tests, and remember your wins. You do not need to implement all 7 at once. Here's your challenge. For the next 30 days, pick 2 tools. One for seeing and understanding, like the process map or 5 whys. One for running and sustaining, like PDCA, a simple KPI board, or an improvement log. For example, week 1 to 2, map one key process and use 5 whys on one big problem in that process. Week 3 to 4, design one PDCA experiment and track its metric on a basic visual board. Once those feel natural, add one more tool at a time. Continuous improvement is not about fancy software or thick toolboxes. It's about a few simple tools used consistently to make your work smoother, your customers happier, and your business more profitable. If this was helpful, hit like, guide, and subscribe. And drop a comment telling me which tool are you going to start using first: process maps, 5 whys, PDCA, a KPI board, standard work, Kanban, or an improvement log. Thanks for watching, and keep building a business that gets better not by accident, but because you have the tools to make it happen.